Shazam! Fury of the Gods is a 2023 American superhero film based on the DC character Shazam. Produced by New Line Cinema, DC Films, and the Safran Company, and distributed by Warner Brothers Pictures, it is the sequel to Shazam 2019, and the 12th installment in the DC Extended Universe, DCEU. Directed by David F. Sandberg and written by Henry Gayden and Chris Morgan, it stars Zachary Levi, Asher Angel, Grace Caroline Curry, Jack Dylan Grazer, Rachel Zegler, Adam Brody, Ross Butler, Meagan Good, Lucy Liu, Djimon Hounsou, and Helen Mirren. The plot follows Billy Batson / Shazam and his foster siblings as they fight the Daughters of Atlas to save the Earth. A sequel to Shazam began development shortly after its release in April 2019, with Gayden returning as writer, and Morgan joining soon after to revise Gayden's screenplay. Sandberg and Levi, Shazam, were also set to return by that December. The title and the rest of the returning cast were confirmed in August 2020, with Zegler, Mirren and Liu cast as the Daughters of Atlas in early 2021. Filming began that May in Atlanta, Georgia, and concluded in August. Shazam! Fury of the Gods premiered at the Fox Village Theater in Los Angeles on March 14, 2023, and was released in the United States on March 17. The film received mixed reviews from critics, who considered it inferior to its predecessor. It was a box office failure, grossing $134.1 million worldwide against a production budget of $110 to $125 million. Plot: 4 years after Thaddeus Sivana's defeat, Hesper and Calypso, daughters of the Titan Atlas, break into the Acropolis Museum in Athens to steal the wizard's broken staff. Taking it to the wizard, imprisoned in the god's realm, they force him to repair it and reactivate its powers. In Philadelphia, Billy Batson and his Shazamala are drifting apart as they grow up and pursue their interests. Billy is worried about being kicked out of the Vasquez family home when he turns 18. In a dream, the wizard warns him about the Daughters of Atlas, prompting the Shazamala to research them. The Shazamala enter the Rock of Eternity, where they encounter the sentient pen Steve. It writes about the three Daughters of Atlas, and they realize that Anthea, Atlas's youngest daughter, is none other than a girl named Anne. She is someone Freddie Freeman is going to meet. When Freddie meets Anne, he shows off his superhero self. Hesper and Calypso arrive with the staff and steal his powers. Billy and the Shazamala try to save Freddie, but the daughters kidnap him, encasing the city within an indestructible dome and trapping everyone inside. He is subsequently imprisoned within the wizard in the god's realm. The Shazamala ask Steve to help draft a letter to negotiate with Hesper for Freddie's release. Billy meets her at a local restaurant and, although the meeting is initially cordial, she and Calypso soon fight the Shazamala. Pedro loses his powers during the battle, while Hesper is captured and taken to the Rock. Having planned her capture, Hesper easily breaks out and steals the golden apple, the seed of the Tree of Life. Meanwhile, Freddie and the wizard attempt to escape the god's realm with the sympathetic Anthea's help, just as Hesper returns with the apple. The daughters argue as Hesper and Anthea want to use the apple to revive their realm, while Calypso wishes to plant it on Earth to destroy it. Freddie steals it but is soon discovered. Billy and the Shazamala show up, and Freddie reacquires his powers. Billy and the Shazamala emerge with the wizard at the Vasquez home, where they reveal their secret identities to their foster parents. Calypso appears with the dragon Lawton to acquire the apple and destroy the Vasquez house. The Shazamala attempts to keep the apple away from Calypso, but everyone except Billy loses their powers in the skirmish. Calypso retrieves it, using it to plant the tree at Citizens Bank Park. It then spawns various monsters to attack the city. Hesper and Anthea object to their sister's destructive plan, but Calypso mortally wounds Hesper and depowers Anthea. Billy, in despair, asks the wizard to revoke his powers, but the wizard assures him that he is a true hero and so worthy of them. Heeding the wizard's words, Billy flies off to stop Calypso, while the Shazamala enlists the help of dark unicorns to fend off the other monsters. Billy persuades a dying Hesper to help him stop Calypso. Realizing the dome reacts violently to his lightning, Billy lures Calypso to the park while Hesper shrinks the dome to contain them. Billy sacrifices himself to stop Calypso and Lawton by overloading the staff with electricity and destroying the tree and Calypso's army with it. Hesper acknowledges him as a true god before succumbing to her wounds, causing the dome to disappear. Anthea takes Billy's grieving family to the god's realm for his burial. Diana Prince, known as Wonder Woman, appears and repairs the staff. Imbuing it with her power, she uses it to revive the god's realm, restore Anthea's powers, and resurrect Billy. Billy, in turn, uses the staff to restore his siblings' powers. The Shazamala rebuild their home, while Anthea and Freddy start a relationship, and the wizard takes up residence on Earth. In a mid-credits scene, Emilia Harcourt and John Econ Omos invite Billy into the Justice Society on behalf of Amanda Waller, but Billy declines. In a post-credits scene, a still incarcerated Sivana encounters Mr. Mind once again, enraged that he has not begun enacting their plan. Cast. Further information, list of DC Extended Universe cast members and characters of the DC Extended Universe. Zachary Levi and Asher Angel as Billy Batson/Shazam. The champion of an ancient wizard, who possesses the wisdom of Solomon, the strength of Hercules, the stamina of Atlas, the power of Zeus, the courage of Achilles, and the speed of Mercury. 6. Jack Dylan Grazer and Adam Brody as Freddie Freeman. Billy's physically disabled foster brother, who is a fan of superheroes. Grazer portrays Freddie's regular form, while Brody portrays his adult superhero form. 7. Helen Mirren as Hespera, the oldest daughter of Atlas, who has elemental abilities. 8. Lucy Liu as Calypso, the middle daughter of Atlas, who has the power of chaos. 9. Rachel Zegler as Anthea/N, the youngest daughter of Atlas, who has the power of Axis, and Freddy's love interest. 10. Ross Butler and Ian Chen as Eugene Choi. Billy's younger foster brother who is an obsessive gamer. Butler portrays Eugene's adult superhero form, while Chen portrays his regular form. 11. DJ Cotrina and Jovan Armand as Pedro Pina. Billy's older foster brother, who is shy, sensitive, and later revealed to be gay. 12 Cotrina portrays Pedro's adult superhero form, while Armand portrays his regular form. 11. Grace Caroline Curry as Mary Bromfield. Billy's mature and academically driven older foster sister. Curry also portrays Mary's adult superhero form, replacing Michelle Borth from the first film. 11-13. Meagan Good and Faith Herman as Darla Dudley. Billy's good-natured younger foster sister. Good portrays Darla's adult superhero form, while Herman portrays her regular form. 7. Djimon Hounsou as Shazam, the last surviving member of the Council of Wizards, who bestowed his powers on Billy Batson, after designating the boy as his champion. 14. Billy's foster family also includes Marta Milans and Cooper Andrews as Rosa and Victor Vasquez, the foster parents of Billy and his siblings. 15-16 reprising their DCEU roles in the film while uncredited, Gal Gadot appears as Diana Prince/Wonder Woman 17 alongside Jennifer Holland as Emilia Harcourt and Steve Agee as John Econ Omos in the mid-credits scene, and Mark Strong as Dr. Thaddeus Sivana and director David F. Sandberg as the voice of Mr. Mind in the post-credits scene. 18 Sandberg also cameos as a civilian who is attacked by one of Calypso's monsters. Rizwan Manji, who portrayed Jamil in the DCEU television series Peacemaker, appears as an unnamed docent. 19 PJ Byrne briefly appears as Dr. Dario Bava, a pediatrician whom Billy confused as a therapist, while Diedrich Bader briefly appears as Mr. Geckel, a school teacher. Sandberg's wife Lotta Liston, who previously portrayed Dr. Lynn Crosby in the first film, cameos as a nurse who is saved by Shazam. 20 Michael Gray, who portrayed Billy Batson in the 1970s television series, makes a brief cameo as a man on the street, calling the transformed Billy Captain Marvel. 21 Natalia Safran, wife of producer Peter Safran, cameos as a driver with kittens. CNN News anchor Wolf Blitzer makes a cameo appearance as himself. Production. Development. Actor Zachary Levi and director David F. Sandberg returned for the Shazam sequel. With the successful opening of Shazam in April 2019, Henry Gayden was revealed to be returning to write the script for a sequel. Director David F. Sandberg and producer Peter Safran were also expected to return. 22 According to Sandberg, the plot point of Fawcett City, Philadelphia being trapped under a dome was inspired by The Simpsons movie, 2007. 23 Later that month, Michelle Borth, who portrayed the adult superhero form of Mary Bromfield in the first film, said she signed a 5-picture deal for the role and was expected to return for at least one sequel. 24 Zachary Levi confirmed in June that he was returning to star as Shazam in the sequel, and revealed that writing had begun ahead of a planned filming start in mid-2020. 25 Sandberg and much of the first film's crew were confirmed to return in December 2019, when New Line Cinema and Warner Bros. Pictures scheduled the sequel for release on April 1, 2022. 6 This was delayed in April 2020 to November 4, 2022. Due to the COVID-19 pandemic. 26 In October 2020, the release date was once again shifted to June 2, 2023. Later release dates were December 16, 2022 and December 21, 2022. In August 2022, the final release date of March 17, 2023 was announced. Pre-production. In June 2020, Marta Milans confirmed that she would reprise her role as foster mother Rosa Vasquez from the first film, and revealed that filming had been delayed by the pandemic. 15 The film's title was revealed to be Shazam! Fury of the Gods during the virtual DC Fandom event in August 2020, with returning cast members confirmed including Asher Angel as teenager Billy Batson and Levi as his adult superhero counterpart, Jack Dylan Grazer as Frederick Freddie Freeman and Adam Brody as his adult counterpart, Faith Herman as Darla Dudley and Meagan Good as her adult counterpart, Grace Fulton as Mary Bromfield, Ian Chen as Eugene Choi and Ross Butler as his adult counterpart, and Jovan Armand as Pedro Pina with DJ Cotrina as his adult counterpart. 7/11 The next month, Levi said filming would begin in early 2021. 11. The film's release was delayed again in October 2020, to June 2, 2023. 27 The following month, Mark Strong said he was waiting to hear if he would be returning as Dr. Thaddeus Sivana in the sequel. 28 In January 2021, Good said filming would begin that May 29 and Rachel Zegler was cast in an undisclosed key role the next month. 30 Following her exhaustive filming schedule for Maria in West Side Story, 2021, Zegler booked a meeting with the DCEU casting director Rich Delia, who was thinking about her for Kara Zor-El/Supergirl in The Flash, 2023. Zegler lost out to Sasha Calle, but Delia told her that he thought that she could audition for Anthea in the Shazam sequel. During the COVID-19 pandemic, Zegler read on for the role through Zoom with Sandberg and Dylan Grazer, doing a chemistry test with the latter, who was instrumental in her casting due to Safran giving him the option to choose, and Dylan Grazer chose Zegler out of admiration for her work in the West Side Story, 1961, remake. 31 Safran was producing the film through his company The Safran Company, while Jeff Johns was also set to produce. 30 Johns was ultimately credited as an executive producer. 32 In March, Helen Mirren was cast as Hespera, a daughter of Atlas, with Zegler reported to be playing Hespera's sister. 33 8 Anthea. 10 Lucy Liu was cast as Calypso, another daughter of Atlas, the next month. 9 Strong said in May that he would not appear in the sequel. 34 And Cooper Andrews was confirmed to reprise his role as foster father Victor Vasquez from the first film. 16. Chris Morgan contributed to the film's script. 35. Early during the film's development, Sandberg wanted to bring back Mr. Mind, a villainous character teased in the mid-credits scene of the first film whom Sandberg voiced, for the sequel in a bigger role, but his inclusion was ultimately dropped due to it requiring too much of the film's runtime, aside that he had to drop several other elements to not overstuff the film. 36. In addition to bringing Gal Gadot back as Diana Prince/Wonder Woman, Sandberg initially planned to have cameo appearances of Kal/Clark Kent/Superman and Bruce Wayne/Batman by showing Superman unsuccessfully trying to break the dome while Batman just stands there and looks at Superman. 23. Filming. Djimon Hounsou returned for the role as Shazam in the sequel. Principal photography began on May 26, 2021 29:37 in Atlanta, Georgia. 38. With Giola Pados serving as cinematographer. 39. Production on the film was delayed from an initial mid-2020 start due to the COVID-19 pandemic. 25. 26. Production was begun with the help of pandemic-proof productions overseeing COVID compliance, including a scientifically rigorous air monitoring protocol designed by Sabrina McCormick at George Washington University and Jacob Bueno de Mesquita at Lawrence Berkeley National Labs. In June, Sandberg revealed that Fulton was also portraying the adult superhero form of Mary in the film, replacing Borth, with Fulton's hair and makeup adjusted for the superhero version. 13. A month later, set photos revealed that Djimon Hounsou would be reprising his role as the Wizard. 14. Filming concluded on August 31, 2021. 40. Post-production. In March 2022, Warner Bros. Adjusted its release schedule due to the impacts of COVID-19 on the workload of visual effects vendors. The Flash and Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom were moved from 2022 to 2023 to allow time for their visual effects work to be completed, while Shazam! Fury of the Gods was moved up to Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom's previous release date of December 16, 2022, because it would be ready for release earlier. 41. In April, the film's release date was pushed back 5 days to December 21 to avoid competition with Avatar: The Way of Water. 42. Rizwan Manji was revealed to be appearing as an unnamed character in July 2022. Manji was suggested for the role by Safran, who also produced the DCEU television series Peacemaker, in which Manji portrayed Jamil. Sandberg approved the casting, despite the series being set in the same universe as the film, because he thought Manji only had a small role in Peacemaker. He was surprised to learn that Manji has a significant role and appears in the opening title sequence of the series. 19. Peacemaker creator James Gunn suggested that Manji's character in Fury of the Gods could be Jamil's brother. 43. In August, after Warner Media merged with Discovery Incorporated to form Warner Brothers Discovery, the studio delayed the film to March 17, 2023, again taking Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom's previous release date, to help spread out the marketing and distribution costs for its feature films. 44. This also moved Fury of the Gods away from Avatar: The Way of Water. 45. By the start of November, Sandberg confirmed that the final cut was complete and ready for release. 46. The final wave of the film's marketing campaign revealed Gal Gadot's cameo appearance as Diana Prince/Wonder Woman, reprising her role from prior DCEU movies. Sandberg was upset by this reveal, as he intended the cameo to be a surprise. The film's mid-credits scene sees Jennifer Holland and Steve Agee reprise their DCEU roles as Emilia Harcourt and John Economos. This scene was originally the post-credits scene of Shazam! Spin-off film Black Adam, 2022, and featured members of the Justice Society of America from that film, but Black Adam star Dwayne Johnson vetoed both moves, forcing Safran to bring in Holland and Agee. Strong and Sandberg reprised their roles in the film's post-credits scene. 47. 48. The visual effects were made by DNEG, Pixomondo, Stereo D, Weta FX, Territory Studio, Method Studios, Static Chair Productions, Rise VFX, and Scanline VFX. 49. Music. Main article, Shazam. Fury of the Gods, soundtrack. In June 2022, Sandberg revealed that composer and conductor Benjamin Wallfisch was unable to return from the first film due to scheduling conflicts with another DCEU film, The Flash, 2023. His replacement, Christoph Beck, had already begun work by then. 50. A single, Shazam. Fury of the Gods, main title theme, was released as a digital single by Watertower Music on February 23, 2023, and the soundtrack album was released on March 10. 51. Marketing. Sandberg promoted the sequel during a virtual panel at the August 2020 DC Fandom event, announcing the film's title and returning cast. 7. In June 2021, after a week of filming, Sandberg released a short clip featuring Levi in his new costume for the film. This came after several set photos of the costume were leaked that week. 52. To head off of further costume leaks, Sandberg released images of Levi, Brody, Good, Curry, Butler and Kotrana in their new superhero costumes at the end of the month. 53. Behind-the-scenes footage and concept art was revealed during the 2021 DC Fandom event in October, with IO9's Rob Bricken and Collider's Gregory Lawrence expressing excitement at the new cast members, characters, locations, and mythology. 54. 55. Levi, Angel, Grazer, and Mirren promoted the film at Warner Bros. Cinemacon panel in April 2022, where new footage was shown. 56. The film was also promoted at San Diego Comic-Con in July, where the first trailer was released. 57. On March 14, Skittles partnered with Warner Bros. And DC Films to create commercials for the film. 58. McFarlane Toys also partnered to create promotional toys, including action figures and dolls. 59. Release. Theatrical. Shazam. Fury of the Gods premiered at Fox Village Theater 60 in Hollywood on March 14, 2023, and was released by Warner Bros. Pictures in the United States on March 17, 2023. 44. It was originally set for release on April 1, 2022-6 before being delayed to November 4, 2022-26 and then to June 2, 2023, due to the COVID-19 pandemic. 27. It was then moved up to December 16, 2022, as it was ready for release sooner than other DC films delayed by the pandemic. That date was previously given to Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom. 41. The release date was pushed back 5 days to December 21 in April 2022 to avoid competing with 20th Century Studios' Avatar: The Way of Water 42 before being moved to Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom's date again, March 2023, in August 2022 when Warner Bros. Discovery was trying to spread out marketing and distribution costs. 44. This meant IMAX screens occupied by Avatar would be available for Shazam. 45. Home media. Shazam. Fury of the Gods was released on premium video-on-demand services on April 7, 2023, 10 days earlier than its scheduled April 17 release date. 62. It was released on Ultra HD Blu-ray and DVD on May 23, 2023. 63. It began streaming on Max on the same day, becoming one of the launch titles of the rebranded service. 64. Reception. Box office. Shazam. Fury of the Gods grossed $57.6 million in the United States and Canada, and $76.4 million in other territories, for a worldwide total of $134 million. 5. Due to its $125 million production budget, the film was labeled a box office bomb by analysts. B. In the United States and Canada, Shazam. Fury of the Gods was initially projected to gross $35 to $40 million from 4,071 theaters in its opening weekend. 69. The film made $11.7 million on Friday, including $3.4 million from Thursday night previews, lowering weekend estimates to $30 million. It went on to debut to $30.1 million, 52.2% of total gross, topping the box office but marking a 44% drop from the first film's opening weekend, $53.5 million, and the third lowest of the DCEU, though the two lower films, The Suicide Squad and Wonder Woman 1984, had their releases affected by the COVID-19 pandemic and were simultaneously released on HBO Max. 7071 box office pros Sean Robbins called the debut a soft start, there's no other way to put it, noting the recent underperformances of other comic book films. 72 The Hollywood Reporter called the domestic opening one of the worst starts for a major Hollywood superhero film and also lamented the film's $35 million international opening from 78 countries, including bombing in China with $4.3 million. 3 The AV Club noted that it premiered on a weekend where other films experienced dull box office numbers. 73 In its second weekend, the film dropped 69% to $9.3 million, finishing second behind newcomer John Wick, Chapter 4. 74 It made $4.6 million in its third weekend, dropping to 6th place. 75 Critical response. On the review aggregator website Rotten Tomatoes, 49% of 263 critics' reviews are positive, with an average rating of 5.6/10. The website's consensus reads, more unfocused and less satisfying than its predecessor, Shazam. Fury of the Gods still retains almost enough of the source material's silly charm to save the day. 76. Metacritic, which uses a weighted average, assigned the film a score of 47 out of 100, based on 49 critics, indicating mixed or average reviews. 77 audiences surveyed by CinemaScore gave the film an average grade of B+ on an A+ to F scale, while those polled by PostTrack gave it a 78% positive score, with 64% saying they would definitely recommend it. 70. Frank Sheck of The Hollywood Reporter gave the film an average review, writing, like some children who aren't so cute anymore after they've grown up a little, this follow-up lacks much of the appeal of its predecessor. While the film provides the elaborate action set pieces, colorful villains, and save-the-world plot mechanics expected of the comic book movie genre, some of the magic is missing. 78. Chicago Sun-Times' Richard Roper gave the film 2 out of 4 stars, writing, as we pick up Billy/Shazam's story about 4 years later, it quickly becomes apparent this is just going to be a by-the-numbers, second-tier adventure with only a few small chuckles and 1 or 2 genuinely touching moments. The rest is just noise. 79. Kevin Marr of The Times gave it 1 out of 5 stars, calling it a vacuous and disappointing sequel and writing, the tedious reincarnation trope is, however, the least of the narrative misfires in a film that borrows its central dramatic device from The Simpsons movie. 80. Peter Bradshaw of The Guardian gave it 3 out of 5 stars, saying, we don't entirely break free of the superhero movie template, but Shazam 2 has a just out of the fridge orange juice taste that makes it likable. 81. The Sydney Morning Herald's Sandra Hall gave it 3.5 out of 5 stars, saying, the film does the job as an engaging send-up of superheroes and their affectations. It plays like a junior variation on Marvel's comic hit Deadpool, with goofiness standing in for the F-word and gallows humor. 82. Responses from cast and crew. Following the film's poor financial performance, Sandberg expressed surprise at its critical reception and said, after 6 years of Shazam I'm definitely done with superheroes for now. 83-84. Levi said of the film's reception, the audience score is still quite good, but the critics' score was very oddly and perplexingly low, and people were insanely unkind. He also criticized the film's marketing. 85. Accolades. Shazam. Fury of the Gods received nominations for Golden Fleece and Best Wild Posts at the 2023 Golden Trailer Awards. 86-87 at the 44th Golden Raspberry Awards, the film was nominated for Worst Picture, Worst Actress for Mirren, Worst Supporting Actress for Lou and Worst Screenplay. 88. Future. In January 2023, DC Films co-CEOs James Gunn and Safran said there was potential for Levi to reprise his role in the new franchise, the DC Universe, DCEU, but a decision on the character had not been made. 89. Sandberg said the next month that he was told his films did not contradict Gunn and Safran's plans and that the character's potential return would depend on the film's reception. 90. Following the film's disappointing box office performance, Levi cast doubt on his return. Zachary Levi Pugh, /Pugh, born September 29, 1980, is an American actor. He starred as Chuck Bartowski in the action comedy series Chuck, 2007 to 2012, and as the titular character in the superhero film Shazam, 2019, and its 2023 sequel. 3-4. He voiced Flynn Rider in the 2010 Disney animated musical fantasy film Tangled, in which he performed I See the Light with Mandy Moore. The song won a Grammy Award for Best Song Written for Visual Media. 5-6. He reprised the voice role in the 2012 short film Tangled Ever After and in the 2017 television series Rapunzel's Tangled Adventure. 7-8. He also appeared as Fandral in the superhero films Thor, The Dark World, 2013, and Thor, Ragnarok, 2017. Levi starred as George Nowak in the 2016 Broadway revival of She Loves Me, for which he received a Tony Award nomination. Early life. Levi was born in Lake Charles, Louisiana, the son of Susan Marie Pugh, née Hochter, 1950 to 2015, and Darrell Alton Pugh, 1946 to 2023. 29. Zachary is of English, Welsh, and German descent. 10-11. While he was a child, he and his family moved to several states before returning to their home in Ventura, California, where he attended Buena High School for 4 years. 12. He began acting on stage at the age of 6, performing lead roles in regional productions including Grease, The Outsiders, Oklahoma, Oliver, The Wizard of Oz, and Big River at the Ojai Art Center in Ojai, California. 1. Career. Acting. Levi speaking at the 2009 San Diego Comic-Con. Levi first appeared in the Showtime/Goosehead.com series, Whatever, as a teenage boy, Ben. Citation needed. He was credited as Zachary Pugh. Citation needed. The series was produced by Ashley Powers and released in 2000. 13, 14, 15, 16. Levi was next seen in the FX television film Big Shot, Confessions of a Campus Bookie. He played Kip Stedman on the ABC sitcom Less Than Perfect. He also portrayed a potential boyfriend of Charisma Carpenter's character, Jane, in the then ABC Family television film See Jane Date. Levi was slated to be a lead in an ABC pilot called 3 for the 2004/2005 television season, but the show was not picked up. 17. He landed the starring role in Chuck in 2007. Levi and his Chuck co-star Yvonne Strahovski were both nominated for Best Action Actor and Actress Choice TV Series for the Teen Choice Awards 2010, where they both won and presented. 18. In the summer of 2008, he was named one of Entertainment Weekly's top 30 people under 30. 19. He later starred in the film Alvin and the Chipmunks, the Squeak Tool in the lead role as Dave's cousin Toby Seville. 20. He starred in the 2010 Disney animated feature film Tangled, which is based on the popular fairy tale Rapunzel. He voices Flynn Rider, a bandit who finds refuge in Rapunzel's tower. He provided narration in the 2011 film Under the Boardwalk, The Monopoly Story, a documentary about the game of Monopoly. 21. Levi hosted the 2011 Spike Video Game Awards. 22. Levi at the 83rd Academy Awards in February 2011. Buddy TV ranked Levi as number 97 on its list of TV's sexiest men of 2011. 23. He landed the male lead in the 2012 TV pilot Let It Go, which would have aired on Fox, but was not picked up. 24 He hosted the web documentaries Tomb Raider: The Final Hours, going behind the scenes of the new Tomb Raider game. He was originally to portray Fandral in Thor, but had to drop out due to scheduling conflicts with Chuck. 25 He did play the role in the sequels, Thor: The Dark World, 2013, after original actor Josh Dallas had scheduling conflicts of his own, and briefly in Thor: Ragnarok, 2017. Levi made his Broadway debut in a production of the musical comedy First Date in August 2013. 26. In January 2015, it was announced that Levi would be a lead member of the cast of NBC's 13-episode miniseries Heroes Reborn as Luke Collins. 27 The show was not picked up for a second season. 28 He also guest starred as Abraham Lincoln in the Hulu original series Deadbeat. 29. Levi joined the cast of the Broadway revival of She Loves Me in the lead role of George, alongside Laura Benanti as Amalia. It opened at Studio 54 on March 17, 2016, after previews on February 19, 2016, for a limited engagement through June 12. 30-31 The run was later extended through July 10, when it closed. 32-33 The production received high critical praise, receiving 5 stars from The Guardian and was selected as a critic's pick for The New York Times. 34-35 Levi was nominated for a Tony Award for Best Performance by an Actor in a Leading Role in a Musical for his performance. 36 Critics praised Levi's performance of George, noting that his portrayal is suave and handsome at times, disarmingly nebbishy at others, and that he exudes sweet modesty and just a pinch of hauteur. 37-38 The production had a historic live-streamed performance on June 30, 2016, with Levi and the cast participating in the first live-streamed show in Broadway history. 39 In 2017, Levi reprised his role as Flynn Rider in a Disney Channel original film titled Tangled, Before Ever After. The television movie continues the story as a regular series titled Rapunzel's Tangled Adventure, which lasted for 3 seasons, premiering on March 24, 2017 and concluding March 1, 2020. The series is based on the 2010 film Tangled and features the returning voices of Mandy Moore and Levi. 40 In 2018, Levi appeared as Dr. Benjamin Ettenberg, a love interest for the main character, Miriam Midge Meisel, in the 2nd season of The Marvelous Mrs. Meisel. With the series' other principal cast members, Levi won the Screen Actors Guild Award for Outstanding Performance by an Ensemble in a Comedy Series at SAG's January 2019 awards ceremony. 41. In 2019, Levi starred as the main character in New Line Cinema and Warner Brothers superhero comedy feature film Shazam, an entry in the DC Extended Universe franchise. In the film, Levi's Shazam character, also known as Captain Marvel, is the superpowered alter ego of a teenaged boy, Billy Batson, played by Asher Angel, who retains his childish personality in his adult form similar to the 1988 20th Century Fox comedy Big. Citation needed. After a nearly 2-year hiatus from acting, Levi starred in a supporting role in Kevin McDonald's 2021 legal drama, The Mauritanian. Levi also played the role of Kurt Warner in the biographical sports drama American Underdog that same year. 42-43 In 2023, he reprised his role as Billy Batson in Shazam. Fury of the Gods 44-45 played the character of Terrence Tango Torres in Spy Kids, Armageddon opposite Gina Rodriguez and voiced Rocky in Chicken Run, Dawn of the Nugget, replacing Mel Gibson. 46 In 2024, Levi starred in the film adaptation of Harold and the Purple Crayon, playing a grown-up version of the titular character. 47 In 2025, Levi portrayed the author Scott L. Irett, the father of a child with osteogenesis imperfecta, in The Unbreakable Boy. 48-49 Also in 2025, Levi portrayed the character of Bert Smith, a charming, silver-tongued, and opportunistic wildcatter who initially appears self-centered but undergoes a transformation. He is an intelligent and resourceful hustler who becomes an unlikely ally to Sarah Rector, ultimately being changed by her strong faith and determination to protect her land in the film Sarah's Oil. 50. Music. In April 2010, Katharine McPhee released a preview of a music video to cinemas for her single Terrified. Levi and McPhee have a duet on the song, which was re-recorded. The original album version features Jason Reeves, and appears in the music video singing with McPhee. On May 3, 2010, the song was previewed on the Entertainment Weekly website and made available for purchase on iTunes. 51. The full video premiered May 7, 2010, on the music video website Vevo. 52. Levi financed Kendall Payne's album Grown after she was dropped by her label, Capitol Records. 53. On the soundtrack of the film Tangled, Levi sings I See the Light, with co-star Mandy Moore, and I've Got a Dream. For the film receiving an Oscar for Best Original Song nomination, Levi and Moore performed I See the Light at the 83rd Academy Awards. 54. Levi has also been a guest member of Band from TV, a band made up of actors from various American television shows. 55. On December 21, 2023, Levi performed Jolly Holiday from the 1964 film Mary Poppins on the primetime CBS special Dick Van Dyke, 98 Years of Magic. 56. Producing. Levi launched a production company called Wildwood Productions in 2020. 57. Director Zach Ramelan directed 2 narrative short films for the studio in 2020, Freelancer in February 58 and The Statement starring Levi in May. 59. In 2023, the studio co-produced the 62nd episode of the Film Up podcast, which is about Levi's life, career, and future plans. 60. Wildwood will release its first theatrical feature film, Sarah's Oil, in partnership with Metro-Goldwyn-Mayer in 2025. 61. Personal life. Levi at San Diego Comic-Con referencing his time on Broadway, July 2014. Levi is a sports car and motorcycle enthusiast, and owns a 2009 Nissan GT-R. 62-63. He is an avid gamer, having first played Super Mario Bros., and appreciates video games for their ability to provide interactive stories. 22. He lives near Austin, Texas. 64. In September 2010, Levi started his own company, The Nerd Machine. 65. He participated in the Celebrity All-Star Game at NBA All-Star Weekend 2011, playing for the team coached by Magic Johnson. 66. On June 16, 2014, Canadian actress Missy Peregrym announced that she and Levi had married in Maui, Hawaii. 67. They filed for divorce in April 2015. 68. With the separation date listed in court documents as December 3, 2014. 69. In December 2024, Levi announced that his girlfriend Maggie Keating was expecting their child. 70. Their son was born in April 2025. 71. Levi has been open about his struggles with mental health and suicidal thoughts, both on social media and in his 2022 memoir Radical Love. 72. Religion. Levi grew up as a Christian. In a 2003 interview with Relevant magazine, he said that he gets his peace, comfort, love, and talents from his faith in Jesus Christ. 73. Throughout his career, Levi has been mistaken as Jewish. 74. Early in his career, a Hollywood agent persuaded him to change his name, saying, a guy named Zach Pugh would not be going far in Hollywood, which led him to drop his last name. 75. In a 2013 interview with New York Post, Levi said he has no Jewish ancestry. Citation needed. In 2016, he revealed that he had been turned down for a number of roles because casting directors mistakenly thought he was too Jewish for the part. 75-76. In 2018, he said, I'm very spiritual, but not particularly religious. 77. While avowing belief in God, he said, religion is, in my opinion, very destructive to what I believe the true heart and spirit and essence of who God is. 78. In a 2021 interview with the Christian Post, he said working on the film American Underdog bolstered his Christian faith, and in getting to work on this project, it feels like God's fingerprints were all over it. 79. Politics. Levi identifies as a libertarian. 80-81 During the 2016 presidential election, he encouraged his fans to vote for neither Donald Trump nor Hillary Clinton. 82 In the 2024 election, Levi endorsed Robert F. Kennedy Jr. 83 After Kennedy withdrew his candidacy, Levi endorsed Trump at a Reclaim America tour stop in Dearborn, Michigan. 84 In a 2024 episode of The Rubin Report, Levi expressed fear he might face rejection from Hollywood as a result of his endorsement but concluded, "What is it to gain the whole world and lose your soul in the process?" 85. In May 2025, Levi followed up on his fear and stated there have been actors that have directly told him or his management team that they will no longer work with him due to his public support for Trump. 86-87. In a 2022 episode of the podcast The Joe Rogan Experience, Levi described Canadian psychologist Jordan Peterson as one of the deepest thinkers I've ever heard break down human behavior who has a lot of integrity. 88-89 In January 2023, he agreed with an online post that said, "Do you agree or not, that Pfizer is a real danger to the world," leading to allegations of echoing anti-vaccine sentiment. 1991 He also implied that his former She Loves Me co-star Gavin Creel's death from cancer was caused by the COVID-19 vaccine, which led to heavy criticism of Levi by their former castmate Laura Benanti. 92. Philanthropy. In 2008, Levi attended the 7th annual Comedy for a Cure benefit and donated personal belongings to an auction for Tuberous Sclerosis Alliance. 93 In 2010, he spoke at an Anti-Defamation League Awards ceremony to denounce LGBT bullying. 94 He joined Stand Up to Cancer charity drives in 2008, 2010 and 2019. 95-96 Beginning in 2008, he has continued to raise money for Operation Smile to help children with cleft lip and cleft palate receive surgery they need. 97. In 2020, the Chuck cast performed a table read of the episode Chuck vs. the Beard to support Feeding America's COVID-19 Response Fund, raising $31,000 for food banks. 98 In 2022, Levi helped raise funds to support displaced Ukrainian families through Convoy of Hope. 99 In 2023, he allowed AdoptUskids.org to use his likeness on billboards and in TV spots to promote awareness for foster care and adoption in the United States. Jack Dylan Grazer, born September 3, 2003, 123 is an American actor. He is known for his roles in the horror film It, 2017, and its 2019 sequel, the DC Extended Universe superhero film Shazam. 2019, and its 2023 sequel, and for his voice role in the Pixar animated film Luca, 2021. Life and career. Grazer was born in Los Angeles, California, the son of Angela Lefebvre and Gavin Grazer, an actor. 5-6 His paternal uncle is producer Brian Grazer. 7-8 Grazer sponsors a scholarship at the Adderley School for Performing Arts in Pacific Palisades, where he is an alumnus, for 2 students annually. 9. The Hollywood Reporter named him one of the top 30 stars under age 18 in 2018. 10. He began his acting career by playing guest roles in film and on television. Grazer had his breakthrough role in an adaptation of Stephen King's novel It, playing the role of Eddie Kisbrack in the supernatural horror films It, 2017, and It Chapter 2, 2019. He also starred on the CBS series Me, Myself, and I. Grazer portrayed Freddie Freeman in the 2019 DC Extended Universe film Shazam, and later reprised his role in the 2023 sequel Shazam: Fury of the Gods. Grazer had lead roles in Luca Guadagnino's coming-of-age drama television series We Are Who We Are, 2020, and in the thriller film Don't Tell a Soul, 2020. He voiced Alberto Scorfano in the Pixar film Luca, 2021, and voiced Barney in the animated film Ron's Gone Wrong, 2021. He also appeared in the 2022 DC Comics animated film Batman and Superman, Battle of the Super Sons as the son of Superman, Jonathan Kent. In July 2021, Grazer came out as bisexual during an Instagram live stream and declared he/they as his pronouns. Dame Helen Mirren, /MRN/, born Ilyena Lydia Mironov, July 26, 1945, is an English actor. With a career spanning over 6 decades of screen and stage, her accolades include an Academy Award, 3 Golden Globe Awards, 4 BAFTA Awards, 5 Emmy Awards, a Tony Award, and a Laurence Olivier Award. She is the only person to have achieved both the US and UK Triple Crowns of Acting, and has also received the BAFTA Fellowship, Honorary Golden Bear, Screen Actors Guild Life Achievement Award, and the Cecil B. DeMille Award. Mirren was made a Dame Commander of the Order of the British Empire, DBE, by Queen Elizabeth II in 2003. 1112. Mirren started her career at the age of 18 as a performer with the National Youth Theatre, where she played Cleopatra in Antony and Cleopatra, 1965. She later joined the Royal Shakespeare Company and made her West End stage debut in 1975. She went on to receive the Laurence Olivier Award for Best Actress for playing Elizabeth II in the Peter Morgan play The Audience, 2013. She reprised the role on Broadway and won the Tony Award for Best Actress in a Play. She was Tony nominated for A Month in the Country, 1995, and The Dance of Death, 2002. Mirren's first credited film role was in Hero Stratus, 1967, and her first major role was in Age of Consent, 1969. She gained further recognition for her roles in Oh Lucky Man, 1973, Caligula, 1979, The Long Good Friday, 1980, Excalibur, 1981, The Mosquito Coast, 1986, and The Cook, The Thief, His Wife and Her Lover, 1989. She received Academy Award nominations for her performances in The Madness of King George, 1994, and Gosford Park, 2001, before winning Best Actress for her portrayal of Elizabeth II in the drama The Queen, 2006. She was nominated again for her performance in The Last Station, 2009, and went on to appear in further films such as The Tempest, 2010, Hitchcock, 2012, Eye in the Sky, 2015, and Trumbo, 2015. She has also appeared in the action film Red, 2010, and its 2013 sequel, as well as 4 films in the Fast and Furious franchise. On television, Mirren played DCI Jane Tennyson in ITV's police procedural Prime Suspect, 1991 to 2006, for which she earned 3 British Academy Television Awards for Best Actress and 2 Primetime Emmy Awards for Outstanding Lead Actress in a Miniseries or Movie. 13. She also earned Emmy Awards for portraying Ayn Rand in the Showtime television film The Passion of Ayn Rand, 1999, and Queen Elizabeth I in the HBO miniseries Elizabeth I, 2005. 14. Her other television roles include Door to Door, 2002, Phil Spector, 2013, Catherine the Great, 2019, 1923, 2022, and Mobland, 2025. Early life, family, and education. Ilyena Lydia Mironov was born on July 26, 1945 at Queen Charlotte's and Chelsea Hospital in the Hammersmith district of London, a 1516 to an English mother and Russian father. 17. Her mother, Kathleen Kitty Alexandrina Eva Matilda, née Rogers, 1908 to 1996, was a working-class woman from West Ham, the 13th of 14 children born to a butcher whose own father was the butcher to Queen Victoria. 1718 Mirren's father, Vasily Petrovich Mironov, 1913–80, was a member of an exiled family of Russian nobility dating back to the first half of the 15th century. He was taken to England when he was 2 by his father, Peter Vasilievich Mironov, 1880–1957. 1719 Peter Vasilievich Mironov owned a large family estate near Gzhatsk, now Gagarin, in the Russian Empire. 20 His mother, Mirren's great-grandmother, was Countess Lydia Andreevna Kamenskaya, 1848–1928, an aristocrat and a descendant of Count Mikhail Fedotovich Kamensky, a Russian general in the Napoleonic Wars. 921 Her grandfather, Peter Vasilievich Mironov, also served as a colonel in the Imperial Russian Army and fought in the Russo-Japanese War. He later became a diplomat in the service of Nicholas II and was negotiating an arms deal in Britain when he and his family were stranded by the Russian Revolution in 1917. 22–23 He settled in London and became a cab driver to support his family. 24. Vasily Mironov also played the viola with the London Philharmonic Orchestra before World War II. 17 He was an ambulance driver during the war, and served in the East End of London during the Blitz. 25 He and Kathleen Rogers married in Hammersmith in 1938, and at some point before 1951 he anglicized his first name to Basil. 26 Shortly after Helen's birth, her father left the orchestra and returned to driving a cab to support the family. He later worked as a driving test examiner, then became a civil servant with the Ministry of Transport. 617 In 1951, he changed the family name to Mirren by deed poll. 26 Mirren considers her upbringing to have been very anti-monarchist. 27 She was the second of 3 children. She has an older sister Catherine, Kate, born 1942, and had a younger brother Peter Basil, 1947–2002. 28 Her paternal cousin was Tanya Mallet, a model and Bond girl. 29 Mirren was brought up in Leigh-on-Sea, Essex. 30. Mirren attended Hamlet Court Primary School in Westcliff-on-Sea, where she had the lead role in a school production of Hansel and Gretel 31–32 and St. Bernard's High School for Girls in Southend-on-Sea, where she also acted in school productions. She subsequently attended a teaching college, the New College of Speech and Drama in London, housed within Anna Pavlova's old home, Ivy House on North End Road in Golders Green. At the age of 18, she passed the audition for the National Youth Theatre, NYT, and at 20, she played Cleopatra in the NYT production of Antony and Cleopatra at the Old Vic, a role which she says launched my career and led to her signing with agent Albert Parker. 33–34. Career. 1965–1979, Royal Shakespeare Company and Acclaim. As a result of her work for the National Youth Theatre, Mirren was invited to join the Royal Shakespeare Company, RSC. While with the RSC, she played Castiza in Trevor Nunn's 1966 staging of the Revengers tragedy, Diana in All's Well That Ends Well, 1967, Cressida in Troilus and Cressida, 1968, Rosalind 35 in As You Like It, 1968, Julia in The Two Gentlemen of Verona, 1970, Tatiana in Gorky's Enemies at the Aldwych, 1971, and the title role in Miss Julie at the Other Place, 1971. She also appeared in 4 productions, directed by Graham Murray for Century Theatre at the University Theatre in Manchester, between 1965 and 1967. 36. In 1970, the director and producer John Goldschmidt made a documentary film, Doing Her Own Thing, about Mirren during her time with the Royal Shakespeare Company. Made for ATV, it was shown on the ITV network in the UK. In 1972 and 1973, Mirren worked with Peter Brook's International Centre for Theatre Research and joined the group's tour in North Africa and the US, during which they created the Conference of the Birds. She then rejoined the RSC, playing Lady Macbeth at Stratford in 1974 and at the Aldwych Theatre in 1975. In 1976, she appeared with Laurence Olivier, Alan Bates, and Malcolm McDowell in a production of Harold Pinter's The Collection as part of the Laurence Olivier Presents series. Sally Bowman reported, in her 1982 History of the RSC, that Mirren, while appearing in Nuns Macbeth, 1974, and in a letter to the Guardian newspaper, had sharply criticized both the National Theatre and the RSC for their lavish production expenditure, declaring it unnecessary and destructive to the art of the theatre, and adding, "The realms of truth, emotion, and imagination reached for in acting a great play have become more and more remote, often totally unreachable across an abyss of costume and technicalities." This started a big debate, and led to a question in Parliament. There were no discernible repercussions for this rebuke of the RSC. 3738. At the West End's Royal Court Theatre in September 1975, she played the role of a rock star named Maggie in Teeth and Smiles, a musical play by David Hare. She reprised the role the following year in a revival of the play at Wyndham's Theatre in May 1976. Beginning in November 1975, Mirren played in West End repertory with the Lyric Theatre Company as Nina in The Seagull and Ella in Ben Traverse's new farce The Bed Before Yesterday. Mirren is stirringly voluptuous as the Harlow's good time girl, Michael Billington, The Guardian. At the RSC in Stratford in 1977, and at the Aldwych the following year, she played a steely Queen Margaret in Terry Hand's production of the three parts of Henry VI, while 1979 saw her bursting with grace, and winning acclaim for her performance as Isabella in Peter Gill's production of Measure for Measure at Riverside Studios. Mirren has appeared in a large number of films throughout her career. Some of her earlier film appearances include roles in Hero Stratus, 1967, Dir Don Levy, A Midsummer Night's Dream, 1968, Age of Consent, 1969, and Oh Lucky Man, 1973. 1980 to 1999, early film roles and prime suspect. Mirren won acclaim for her role as Queen Charlotte in The Madness of King George, 1994. In 1981, Mirren returned to the Royal Court for the London premiere of Brian Friel's Faith Healer. That same year she also won acclaim for her performance in the title role of John Webster's The Duchess of Malfi, a production of Manchester's Royal Exchange Theatre which was later transferred to the Roundhouse in Chalk Farm, London. Reviewing her portrayal for the Sunday Telegraph, Francis King wrote, "Miss Mirren never leaves it in doubt that even in her absences, this ardent, beautiful woman is the most important character of the story." In her performance as Moll Cutpurse in The Roaring Girl at the Royal Shakespeare Theatre in January 1983, and at the Barbican Theatre in April 1983, she was described as having swaggered through the action with radiant singularity of purpose, filling in areas of light and shade that even Thomas Middleton and Thomas Dekker omitted. Michael Coveney, Financial Times, April 1983. 39. During this time, Mirren took roles in Caligula, 1979, 4041 The Long Good Friday, 1980, co-starring with Bob Hoskins in what was her breakthrough film role 42 Excalibur, 1981, 2010, 1984, White Nights, 1985, The Mosquito Coast, 1986, Pascali's Island, 1988, and When the Whales Came, 1989. Mirren's television performances include Cousin Bet, 1971, As You Like It, 1979, Blue Remembered Hills, 1979, and the Twilight Zone episode Dead Woman's Shoes, 1985. At the beginning of 1989, Mirren co-starred with Bob Peckett the Young Vic in the London premiere of the Arthur Miller double bill, Two-Way Mirror, performances which prompted Miller to remark, "What is so good about English actors is that they are not afraid of the open expression of large emotions. British actors like to speak. In London, there's a much more open-hearted kind of exchange between stage and audience." Interview by Sheridan Morley, The Times, January 11, 1989. 43. In Elegy for a Lady she played the svelte proprietress of a classy boutique, while as the blonde hooker in some kind of love story she was clad in a Freudian slip and shifting easily from waif-like vulnerability to sexual aggression, giving the role a breathy Monroe-esque quality. 44. Mirren is known for her role as Detective Jane Tennyson in the widely viewed Prime Suspect, a multiple award-winning television drama series that was noted for its high quality and popularity. Her portrayal of Tennyson won her 3 consecutive British Academy Television Awards for Best Actress between 1992 and 1994, making her one of 4 actors to have received 3 consecutive BAFTA TV Awards for a role, alongside Robbie Coltrane, Julie Walters, and Michael Gambon. 45. Primarily due to Prime Suspect, in 2006 Mirren came 29th on ITV's poll of TV's 50 greatest stars voted by the British public. 46. A further stage breakthrough came in 1994, in an Yvonne Arnaud theatre production Bound for the West End, when Bill Bryden cast her as Natalia Petrovna in Ivan Turgenev's A Month in the Country. Her co-stars were John Hurt as her aimless lover Rakuten and Joseph Fiennes in only his second professional stage appearance as the cocksure young tutor Bill Yves. 47. Prior to 2015, Mirren had twice been nominated for Broadway's Tony Award for Best Actress in a Play, in 1995 for her Broadway debut in A Month in the Country 48 and then again in 2002 for The Dance of Death, co-starring with Sir Ian McKellen, their fraught rehearsal period coinciding with the terrorist attacks on New York on September 11, 2001. 32. Mirren appeared in The Madness of King George, 1994, Some Mother's Son, 1996, Painted Lady, 1997, and The Prince of Egypt, 1998. 49. In Peter Greenaway's colorful The Cook, The Thief, His Wife, and Her Lover, Mirren plays the wife opposite Michael Gambon. In Teaching Mrs. Tingle, 1999, she plays sadistic history teacher Mrs. Eve Tingle. 49. In 1998, Mirren played Cleopatra to Alan Rickman's Antony in Antony and Cleopatra at the National Theatre. The production received poor reviews. The Guardian called it plotting spectacle rarely informed by powerful passion, while the Daily Telegraph said the crucial sexual chemistry on which any great production ultimately depends is fatally absent. 50. In 2000 Nicholas Heitner, who had worked with Mirren on the film version of The Madness of King George, cast her as Lady Torrance in his revival of Tennessee Williams' Orpheus Descending at the Donmar Warehouse in London. Michael Billington, reviewing for The Guardian, described her performance as an exemplary study of an immigrant woman who has acquired a patina of resilient toughness but who slowly acknowledges her sensuality. 51. 2000 to 2006, film stardom and award success. Mirren at San Diego Comic-Con in 2010. Mirren portrayed Ayn Rand in the television film, The Passion of Ayn Rand, 1999, where her performance won her an Emmy, Door to Door, 2002, and The Roman Spring of Mrs. Stone, 2003. At the National Theatre in November 2003 she again won praise playing Christine Mannon, defiantly cool, camp and skittish, Evening Standard, glows with mature sexual allure, Daily Telegraph, in a revival of Eugene O'Neill's Morning Becomes Electra directed by Howard Davies. This production was one of the best experiences of my professional life. The play was 4.5 hours long, and I have never known that kind of response from an audience. It was the serendipity of a beautifully cast play, with great design and direction. It will be hard to be in anything better. 32. She played the title role in Jean Racine's Phaedra at the National in 2009, in a production directed by Nicholas Heitner. The production was also staged at the Epidaurus Amphitheatre on 11 and July 12, 2009. Mirren's other appearances include The Clearing, 2004, Pride, 2004, Raising Helen, 2004, and Shadowboxer, 2005. Mirren also provided the voice for the supercomputer Deep Thought in the film adaptation of Douglas Adams's The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, 2005. Mirren's first film of the 2000s was Joel Hirschman's Green Fingers, 2000, a comedy based on the true story about the prisoners of HMP Layhill, a minimum security prison, who won gardening awards. 52 Mirren portrayed a devoted plantswoman in the film, who coaches a team of prison gardeners, led by Clive Owen, to victory at a prestigious flower show. 53 The project received lukewarm reviews, which suggested that it added nothing new to this already saturated genre of British feel-good films. 54 The same year she acted in The Pledge, Sean Penn's third directorial effort, in which she played a child psychologist. A critical success. 55 The ensemble film tanked at the box office. 56 Also that year, she filmed the American-Icelandic satirical drama No Such Thing opposite Sarah Polley. Directed by Hal Hartley, Mirren portrayed a soulless television producer in the film, who strives for sensationalistic stories. It was largely panned by critics. 57. Mirren won the Primetime Emmy Award for portraying Elizabeth I in the HBO limited series of the same name in 2005. Mirren's biggest critical and commercial success became Robert Altman's all-star ensemble mystery film Gosford Park, 2001. A homage to writer Agatha Christie's whodunit style, the story follows a party of wealthy Britons and an American, and their servants, who gather for a shooting weekend at an English country house, resulting in an unexpected murder. It received multiple awards and nominations, including a second Academy Award nomination and first Screen Actors Guild Award win for Mirren's portrayal of the sternly devoted head servant Mrs. Wilson. 58 Mirren's last film that year was Fred Scapisi's dramedy film Last Orders opposite Michael Caine and Bob Hoskins. 49 In 2003, Mirren starred in Nigel Cole's comedy Calendar Girls, inspired by the true story of a group of Yorkshire women who produced a nude calendar to raise money for leukemia research under the auspices of the Women's Institutes. 59 Mirren initially was reluctant to join the project, dismissing it as another middling British picture. 60 but rethought her decision upon learning of the casting of co-star Julie Walters. 60 The film was generally well received by critics, and grossed $96 million worldwide. 61 In addition, the picture earned Satellite, Golden Globe, and European Film Award nominations for Mirren. 62 Her other film that year was the Showtime television film The Roman Spring of Mrs. Stone opposite Olivier Martinez, and Anne Bancroft, based on the 1950 novel of the same title by Tennessee Williams. During her career, Mirren has portrayed 3 British queens in different films and television series: Elizabeth I in the television series Elizabeth I, 2005, Elizabeth II in The Queen, 2006, and Charlotte in The Madness of King George, 1994. She is the only actor to have portrayed both Queens Elizabeth on the screen. 42 For Elizabeth I, she received an Emmy Award and a Golden Globe Award. For The Queen, she won the Academy Award for Best Actress, the BAFTA, and a Golden Globe, among many other awards. During her acceptance speech at the Academy Award ceremony, she praised and thanked Elizabeth II and stated that she had maintained her dignity and weathered many storms during her reign. Mirren won another Emmy Award on September 16, 2007 for her role in Prime Suspect, the final act on PBS in the same category as in 2006. Mirren hosted Saturday Night Live on April 9, 2011. 63 Mirren later appeared in supporting roles in the films National Treasure, Book of Secrets, 2007, Inkheart, 2008, State of Play, 2009, and The Last Station, 2009, for which she was nominated for an Oscar. 64. 2007 to 2019, established actress. Mirren at the Hollywood Walk of Fame in 2013. In 2007, Mirren said that the director Michael Winner had treated her like a piece of meat at a casting call in 1964. 65 Asked about the incident, Winner told The Guardian, "I don't remember asking her to turn around, but if I did, I wasn't being serious. I was only doing what the casting agent asked me, and for this I get reviled. Helen's a lovely person, she's a great actor and I'm a huge fan, but her memory of that moment is a little flawed. 66. In 2010, Mirren appeared in 5 films. In Love Ranch, directed by her husband Taylor Hackford, she portrayed Sally Conforte, one half of a married couple who opened the first legal brothel in the U.S., the Mustang Ranch in Story County, Nevada. 67. Mirren starred in the principal role of Prospera, the Duchess of Milan, in Julie Taymor's The Tempest. This was based on the play of the same name by Shakespeare. Taymor changed the original character's gender to cast Mirren as her lead. 68. While the actor garnered strong reviews for her portrayal, the film itself was largely panned by critics. 69. Mirren played a gutsy tea shop owner who tries to save one of her young employees from marrying a teenage killer in Rowan Joffe's Brighton Rock, a crime film loosely based on Graham Greene's 1938 novel. 70. The film noir premiered at the Toronto International Film Festival in September 2010. 71. Where it received mixed reviews. 72. Mirren's biggest critical and commercial success of the year was Robert Schwentke's ensemble action comedy Red, based on Warren Ellis's graphic novel, in which she portrayed Victoria, an ex-MI6 assassin. 73. Mirren was initially hesitant to sign on due to film's graphic violence, but changed her mind upon learning of Bruce Willis's involvement. 74. Released to positive reviews, it grossed $186.5 million worldwide. 75. Also in 2010, the actor lent her voice to Zack Snyder's animated fantasy film Legend of the Guardians, The Owls of Ga'Hoole, voicing antagonist Naira, a leader of a group of owls. The film grossed $140.1 million on an $80 million budget. 76. Mirren's next film was the comedy film Arthur, a remake of the 1981 film of the same name, starring Russell Brand in the lead role. Arthur received generally negative reviews from critics, who declared it an irritating, unnecessary remake. 77. In preparation for her role as a retired Israeli Mossad agent in the film The Dead, Mirren reportedly immersed herself in studies of Hebrew language, Jewish history, and Holocaust writing, including the life of Simon Wiesenthal, while in Israel in 2009 for the filming of some of the movie's scenes. The film is a remake of a 2007 Israeli film of the same name. 78. In 2012, Mirren played Alfred Hitchcock's wife Alma Reville in the 2012 biopic Hitchcock based on Stephen Rebello's non-fiction book Alfred Hitchcock and the Making of Psycho. The film centers on the pair's relationship during the making of Psycho, a controversial horror film that became one of the most acclaimed and influential works in the filmmaker's career. It became a moderate Arthur's success and garnered a lukewarm critical response from critics, who felt that it suffered from tonal inconsistency and a lack of truly insightful retrospection. 79. Mirren was universally praised, however, with Roger Ebert noting that the film depended most on her portrayal, which he found to be warm and effective. 80. Her other film that year was The Door, a claustrophobic drama film directed by István Szabó, based on the Hungarian novel of the same name. Set at the height of communist rule in 1960s Hungary, the story of the adaptation centers on the abrasive influence that a mysterious housekeeper wields over her employer and successful novelist, played Martina Gedeck. Mirren found the role difficult to play and cited doing it as one of the hardest things she has ever done. 81. Mirren has portrayed Queen Elizabeth II across film and stage in The Queen, 2006, and The Audience, 2013. On February 15, 2013, at the West End's Gielgud Theatre she began a turn as Elizabeth II in the world premiere of Peter Morgan's The Audience. 82. The show was directed by Stephen Daldry. Michael Billington of The Guardian wrote of her performance, who once again gives a faultless performance that transcends mere impersonation to endow the monarch with a sense of inner life and a quasi-Shakespearean aura of solitude. 83. In April she was named Best Actress at the Olivier Awards for her role. 84. On June 7, 2015 Mirren won the Tony Award for Best Actress in a play for her portrayal of Queen Elizabeth II in The Audience, a performance which also won her the Laurence Olivier Award for Best Actress. Her Tony Award win made her one of the few actors to achieve the U.S. Triple Crown of Acting, joining the ranks of acclaimed performers including Ingrid Bergman, Dame Maggie Smith, and Al Pacino. 85. The following year, Mirren replaced Bette Midler in David Mamet's biographical television film Phil Spector about the American musician. 86. The HBO film focuses on the relationship between Spector and his defense attorney Linda Kenny Baden, played by Mirren, during the first of his 2 murder trials for the death in 2003 of Lana Clarkson in his California mansion. Spector received largely mixed to positive reviews from critics, particularly for Mirren and co-star Al Pacino's performances, and was nominated for 11 Primetime Emmy Awards, also winning Mirren a Screen Actors Guild Award at the 20th awards ceremony. The film drew criticism both from Clarkson's family and friends, who charged that the suicide defense was given more merit than it deserved, and from Spector's wife, who argued that Spector was portrayed as a foul-mouthed megalomaniac and a minotaur. 87. Also in 2013, Mirren voiced the character of Dean Abigail Hardscrabble in Pixar's animated comedy film Monsters University, which grossed $743 million against its estimated budget of $200 million. 88, and reprised her role in the sequel film Red 2. 89. The action comedy received a mixed reviews from film critics, who called it a lackadaisical sequel. 90, but became another commercial success, making over $140 million worldwide. 91. Mirren's only film of 2014 was the comedy drama The 100-Foot Journey opposite the Indian actor O.M. Puri. Directed by Lasse Hallström and produced by Steven Spielberg and Oprah Winfrey, the film is based on Richard C. Moray's 2010 novel with the same name and tells the story of a feud between 2 adjacent restaurants in a French town. Mirren garnered largely positive reviews for her performance of a snobby restaurateur, a role which she accepted as she was keen to play a French character, reflecting her pathetic attempt at being a French actress. 92. The film earned her another Golden Globe nomination and became a modest commercial success, grossing $88.9 million worldwide. 93. In 2015, Mirren reunited with her former assistant Simon Curtis on Woman in Gold, co-starring Ryan Reynolds. 92. The film was based on the true story of Jewish refugee Maria Altman who, together with her young lawyer Randy Schoenberg, fought the Austrian government to be reunited with Gustav Klimt's painting of her aunt, the famous portrait of Adele Bloch-Bauer I. 94. The film received mixed reviews from critics, although Mirren and Reynolds' performances were widely praised. 95. A commercial success, Woman in Gold became one of the highest-grossing specialty films of the year. 96. The same year, Mirren appeared in Gavin Hood's thriller Eye in the Sky, 2015, in which she played as a military intelligence officer who leads a secret drone mission to capture a terrorist group living in Nairobi, Kenya. 97. Mirren's last film that year was Jay Roach's biographical drama Trumbo, co-starring Bryan Cranston and Diane Lane. The actor played Hedda Hopper, the famous actress and gossip columnist, in the film, which received generally positive reviews from critics and garnered her a 14th Golden Globe nomination. 98. Mirren at Berlinale in 2020. Mirren's only film of 2016 was Collateral Beauty, directed by David Frankel. Co-starring Will Smith, Keira Knightley, and Kate Winslet, the ensemble drama follows a man who copes with his daughter's death by writing letters to time, death, and love. The film earned largely negative reviews from critics, who called it well-meaning but fundamentally flawed. 99. 100. In 2017, Mirren narrated Cries from Syria, a documentary film about the Syrian civil war, directed by Yevgeny Ivanivsky. 101. Also that year, she made an uncredited cameo appearance in F. Gary Gray's The Fate of the Furious, the 8th installment in the Fast and Furious franchise, playing Magdalene, the mother of Owen and Deckard Shaw. 102. Mirren had a larger role in director Paolo Verzi's English-language debut The Leisure Seeker, based on the 2009 novel of the same name. On set, she was reunited with Donald Sutherland, with whom she had not worked again since Bethune, The Making of a Hero, 1990, 103, portraying a terminally ill couple who escape from their retirement home and take one last cross-country adventure in a vintage van. 104, at the 75th awards ceremony, Mirren received her 15th Golden Globe nomination. 105. In 2018, Mirren portrayed Sarah Winchester in the supernatural horror film Winchester, directed by the Spierig brothers. 106, in the same year, she starred as Mother Ginger in Disney's adaptation of The Nutcracker, titled The Nutcracker and the Four Realms, directed by Lasse Hallström and Joe Johnston. 107, in 2019, she appeared in the ensemble film Berlin, I Love You, the French crime thriller film Anna, directed and written by Luc Besson, and co-starred in the Fast and the Furious spin-off Hobbs and Shaw. 108. 2020, present. In March 2021, Mirren was cast as the villain Hesper in the superhero film Shazam, Fury of the Gods. 109, she also appeared in the 2022 music video for Kendrick Lamar's Count Me Out as a therapist. 110, since 2022, she portrays Cara Dutton in the Yellowstone spin-off 1923, which also features Harrison Ford and Timothy Dalton. Mirren portrayed Golda Meir, Prime Minister of Israel from 1969 to 1974, in a 2023 biopic entitled Golda. Reviewing the film in Variety, Owen Gleiberman wrote that Mirren makes her terse, decisive, and ferociously alive. 111. She played the narrator in Greta Gerwig's satirical comedy Barbie, 2023. 112. Personal life. Marriage and relationships. Waxwork of Mirren at Madame Tussauds, London. Mirren lived with actor Liam Neeson during the early 1980s, they met while working on Excalibur, 1981. Neeson said Mirren was instrumental in his getting an agent. 113. 114. In 1985, on the set of White Nights, Mirren met American director Taylor Hackford. The pair began dating in 1986. The couple married on December 31, 1997, Hackford's 53rd birthday, at the Ardayr Parish Church near Inverness in the Scottish Highlands. 115. It is her first marriage and his third. He has 2 children from his previous marriages. She has no children herself, and has stated that she has no maternal instinct whatsoever. She added, "I'm so happy I don't have children. But I do love children and I've got family, and Taylor has children that I'm involved with, and with great pleasure, but it's just not for me." 116. Mirren's autobiography, In the Frame, My Life in Words and Pictures, was published in the UK by Weidenfeld and Nicholson in September 2007. Reviewing for the stage, John Thaxter wrote, "Sumptuously illustrated, at first sight it looks like another of those photo albums of the stars. But between the pictures there are almost 200 pages of densely printed text, an unusually frank story of her private and professional life, mainly in the theater, the words clearly Mirren's own, delivered with forthright candor." 117. Political views. In 2006, Mirren stated that she was never a member of any political party, but had wanted to see the defeat of the Conservative Party at the 1997 UK general election, calling them appalling. 118. Mirren became a U.S. citizen in 2017 and voted in her first U.S. election in 2020. 119. 120. She supported Patricia Ackerman in her unsuccessful 2020 campaign against Mark Modi in Nevada's 2nd Congressional District. 121. In an interview with Israel's Channel 12 in August 2023, Mirren expressed support for the country's existence, stating, "I believe in Israel because of the Holocaust." She said she opposed the direction the country was being taken by the Israeli government and its proposed judicial reform, but also opposed a cultural boycott and remained firmly supportive of the state. Reflecting on her first visit to Israel after the Six-Day War in 1967, she recalled, "I witnessed things that were wrong. I saw Arabs being thrown out of their houses in Jerusalem. But it was just the extraordinary magical energy of a country just beginning to put its roots in the ground. It was an amazing time to be here." 122. In April 2021, Mirren took part in the music video La Vaccinata, meaning the vaccinated woman in broken Spanish language, of Italian comedian and singer Checo Zalone. 123. In the song and video, Zalone jokes about the fact that, in times of COVID-19 pandemic, it is safer to have an affair with someone who has already been vaccinated against the virus, and as the elderly get vaccinated first, an older partner, played by Mirren in the video, is now the best choice. 124. Health and beliefs. In 1990, Mirren said in an interview that she was an atheist. 125. In the August 2011 issue of Esquire, she said, "I am quite spiritual. I believed in fairies when I was a child. I still do sort of believe in the fairies. And the leprechauns. But I don't believe in God." 126. In a 2008 interview with GQ, Mirren said she was date raped as a student, and had often used cocaine at parties in her 20s and until the 1980s. 127. 128. She stopped using it after reading that Klaus Barbie made a living from cocaine dealing. 127. 128. 129. 130. Mirren told Radio Times, "I'm a naturist at heart. I love being on beaches where everyone is naked. Ugly people, beautiful people, old people, whatever. It's so unisexual and so liberating." 131. In 2004, she was named Naturist of the Year by British Naturism. She said, "Many thanks to British Naturism for this great honor. I do believe in naturism and am my happiest on a nude beach with people of all ages and races." 132. Mirren has described herself as such a feminist. 133. Recognition and image. On May 11, 2010, Mirren attended the unveiling of her waxwork at Madame Tussauds in London. In 2012, she was among the British cultural icons selected by artist Peter Blake to appear in a new version of his most famous artwork, the Beatles' Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band album cover, to celebrate the British cultural figures of his life that he most admired. 134. 135. In 2010, she was named Sexiest Woman Alive by Esquire, and in a 2011 photo shoot for the magazine, she stripped down and covered up with the Union Jack. 136. In 2013, Mirren was one of several new models for Marks & Spencer's Womanism campaign. Subtitled Britain's Leading Ladies, the campaign featured Mirren alongside British women from various fields, including pop singer Ellie Goulding, double Olympic gold medal winning boxer Nicola Adams, and writer Monica Ali. 137. In March 2013, The Guardian listed Mirren as one of the 50 best dressed over 50. 138. In March 2024, to commemorate the 65th anniversary of International Women's Day, Mirren was one of a number of female celebrities who had their likeness turned into Barbie dolls. 139. Acting credits and accolades. Main articles: Helen Mirren on screen and stage, and list of awards and nominations received by Helen Mirren. Among her major competitive awards, Mirren has won 1 Academy Award, 4 BAFTA Awards, 3 Golden Globe Awards, 5 Emmy Awards, and 1 Tony Award. She is the recipient of numerous accolades and is the only performer to have achieved both the American and the British Triple Crowns of acting. Her numerous honorary awards include the BAFTA Fellowship from the British Academy of Film and Television Arts and Gala Tribute presented by the Film Society of Lincoln Center 141, as well as a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame in 2013 142, the Honorary Golden Bear in 2020 143, and Screen Actors Guild Life Achievement Award in 2022 144. In the Queen's 2003 birthday honours, Mirren was appointed a Dame Commander of the Order of the British Empire, DBE, for services to drama, with investiture taking place at Buckingham Palace in December. 11/12 for playing Jane Tennyson in ITV's Prime Suspect. In 2006, the British public ranked her number 29 in ITV's poll of TV's 50 Greatest Stars. 145 in January 2009, Mirren was named on the Times list of the top 10 British actresses of all time. The list included Julie Andrews, Helena Bonham Carter, Judi Dench, and Audrey Hepburn. 146 in 2021, Mirren was named by Carnegie Corporation of New York as an honoree of the Great Immigrants Award. Donald Joseph Cotronat, born May 23, 1980, is an American actor, known for his role in the film G.I. Joe, Retaliation, 2013, and as Seth Gecko in the El Rey Network horror television series From Dusk Till Dawn. He was cast as Pedro Pina superhero form in the DC Extended Universe film Shazam, and returned for the role in the 2023 sequel. Early life. Cotronat was born in New Haven, Connecticut. His mother, Cherie, is a teacher, and his father, Donald, works for a recycling company. 2. Cotronat has partial Italian ancestry. 2. He began studying to be a lawyer at Northeastern University in Boston, but after doing a summer internship at a law firm, he realized that he did not like working with lawyers. 2. In his sophomore year, he switched to acting. During his spring break, he went to visit a friend in Los Angeles and never returned to college. Career. After a few guest starring roles, Cotronat was considered for the role of Ryan Atwood on the television series The O.C. 2, but that role went to Ben McKenzie. Shortly after that, Cotronat was cast as the male lead in another of Fox's new dramas of 2003, Skin, produced by Jerry Bruckheimer. 2. Cotronat played Adam Rome, the son of the Los Angeles district attorney. His character becomes involved with Jewel Goldman, Olivia Wilde, whose father runs a pornography company. With their father's feud looming over them, they pursue a Romeo and Juliet relationship. Skin was cancelled after 3 episodes aired, due to poor ratings and the controversial storylines. All 8 episodes of the series were shown on SoapNet in 2005. Cotronat appeared in the 2005 horror film Venom 3, which was directed by Jim Gillespie. Cotronat also starred in the 2006 slam dance film festival film Love is the Drug. 4. In 2005, Cotronat again landed a lead role in a TV series, playing Sean Mathers, a flower shop worker with a dark past who is one of a group of lottery winners, in the NBC series Windfall. 5. The series was shown in the summer of 2006 rather than as a mid-season replacement for the 2005-06 TV season. Cotronat was cast in the role of Superman for Warner Brothers' planned film Justice League, Mortal 6, but after issues resulting from the 2007 to 2008 Writers Guild of America strike and other production concerns, the film was cancelled. In 2010, Cotronat appeared in the film Dear John. 789 In February he was cast as Detective John Stone 10 in the ABC pilot 187 Detroit, which also stars Michael Imperioli, Sean Majumdar, and Aaron Cummings among others. 11 When ABC ordered the series it was renamed Detroit 1-8-7. His character was killed in Stone Cold, the 16th episode of the series. Cotronat played Flint, one of the leading roles, in the sequel G.I. Joe, Retaliation, 2013. 12. In March 2014, the horror television series From Dusk Till Dawn, developed by Robert Rodriguez based on his own cult horror film of the same title, was aired on the newly launched El Rey network. Cotrona played Seth Gecko in the series, being a member of the main cast until the series ended in 2016. 13. Cotrona has since appeared in the promotional 30-minute short film for Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon Wildlands, which aired in February 2017. Shazam! Fury of the Gods is a 2023 American superhero film based on the DC character Shazam. Produced by New Line Cinema, DC Films, and the Safran Company, and distributed by Warner Brothers Pictures, it is the sequel to Shazam 2019, and the 12th installment in the DC Extended Universe, DCEU. Directed by David F. Sandberg and written by Henry Gayden and Chris Morgan, it stars Zachary Levi, Asher Angel, Grace Caroline Curry, Jack Dylan Grazer, Rachel Zegler, Adam Brody, Ross Butler, Meagan Good, Lucy Liu, Djimon Hounsou, and Helen Mirren. The plot follows Billy Batson / Shazam and his foster siblings as they fight the Daughters of Atlas to save the Earth. A sequel to Shazam began development shortly after its release in April 2019, with Gayden returning as writer, and Morgan joining soon after to revise Gayden's screenplay. Sandberg and Levi, Shazam, were also set to return by that December. The title and the rest of the returning cast were confirmed in August 2020, with Zegler, Mirren and Liu cast as the Daughters of Atlas in early 2021. Filming began that May in Atlanta, Georgia, and concluded in August. Shazam! Fury of the Gods premiered at the Fox Village Theater in Los Angeles on March 14, 2023, and was released in the United States on March 17. The film received mixed reviews from critics, who considered it inferior to its predecessor. It was a box office failure, grossing $134.1 million worldwide against a production budget of $110 to $125 million. Plot: 4 years after Thaddeus Sylvanus defeat Hespera and Calypso, daughters of the Titan Atlas, break into the Acropolis Museum in Athens to steal the wizard's broken staff. Taking it to the wizard, imprisoned in the god's realm, they force him to repair it and reactivate its powers. In Philadelphia, Billy Batson and his Shazamala are drifting apart as they grow up and pursue their interests. Billy is worried about being kicked out of the Vasquez family home when he turns 18. In a dream, the wizard warns him about the Daughters of Atlas, prompting the Shazamala to research them. The Shazamala enter the Rock of Eternity, where they encounter the sentient pen Steve. It writes about the three Daughters of Atlas, and they realize that Anthea, Atlas's youngest daughter, is none other than a girl named Anne. She is someone Freddie Freeman is going to meet. When Freddie meets Anne, he shows off his superhero self. Hespera and Calypso arrive with the staff and steal his powers. Billy and the Shazamala try to save Freddie, but the daughters kidnap him, encasing the city within an indestructible dome and trapping everyone inside. He is subsequently imprisoned within the wizard in the god's realm. The Shazamala ask Steve to help draft a letter to negotiate with Hespera for Freddie's release. Billy meets her at a local restaurant and, although the meeting is initially cordial, she and Calypso soon fight the Shazamala. Pedro loses his powers during the battle, while Hespera is captured and taken to the rock. Having planned her capture, Hespera easily breaks out and steals the golden apple, the seed of the tree of life. Meanwhile, Freddie and the wizard attempt to escape the god's realm with the sympathetic Anthea's help, just as Hespera returns with the apple. The daughters argue as Hespera and Anthea want to use the apple to revive their realm, while Calypso wishes to plant it on Earth to destroy it. Freddie steals it but is soon discovered. Billy and the Shazamala show up, and Freddie reacquires his powers. Billy and the Shazamala emerge with the wizard at the Vasquez home, where they reveal their secret identities to their foster parents. Calypso appears with the dragon Laden to acquire the apple and destroy the Vasquez house. The Shazamala attempts to keep the apple away from Calypso, but everyone except Billy loses their powers in the skirmish. Calypso retrieves it, using it to plant the tree at Citizens Bank Park. It then spawns various monsters to attack the city. Hespera and Anthea object to their sister's destructive plan, but Calypso mortally wounds Hespera and depowers Anthea. Billy, in despair, asks the wizard to revoke his powers, but the wizard assures him that he is a true hero and so worthy of them. Heeding the wizard's words, Billy flies off to stop Calypso, while the Shazamala enlists the help of dark unicorns to fend off the other monsters. Billy persuades a dying Hesper to help him stop Calypso. Realizing the dome reacts violently to his lightning, Billy lures Calypso to the park while Hesper shrinks the dome to contain them. Billy sacrifices himself to stop Calypso and Lawton by overloading the staff with electricity and destroying the tree and Calypso's army with it. Hespera acknowledges him as a true god before succumbing to her wounds, causing the dome to disappear. Anthea takes Billy's grieving family to the god's realm for his burial. Diana Prince, known as Wonder Woman, appears and repairs the staff. Imbuing it with her power, she uses it to revive the god's realm, restore Anthea's powers, and resurrect Billy. Billy, in turn, uses the staff to restore his siblings' powers. The Shazamala rebuild their home, while Anthea and Freddy start a relationship, and the wizard takes up residence on Earth. In a mid-credits scene, Emilia Harcourt and John Econ Omos invite Billy into the Justice Society on behalf of Amanda Waller, but Billy declines. In a post-credits scene, a still incarcerated Sivana encounters Mr. Mind once again, enraged that he has not begun enacting their plan. Cast. Further information, list of DC Extended Universe cast members and characters of the DC Extended Universe. Zachary Levi and Asher Angel as Billy Batson/Shazam. The champion of an ancient wizard, who possesses the wisdom of Solomon, the strength of Hercules, the stamina of Atlas, the power of Zeus, the courage of Achilles, and the speed of Mercury. 6. Jack Dylan Grazer and Adam Brody as Freddie Freeman. Billy's physically disabled foster brother, who is a fan of superheroes. Grazer portrays Freddy's regular form, while Brody portrays his adult superhero form. 7. Helen Mirren as Hespera, the oldest daughter of Atlas, who has elemental abilities. 8. Lucy Liu as Calypso, the middle daughter of Atlas, who has the power of chaos. 9. Rachel Zegler as Anthea/Anne, the youngest daughter of Atlas, who has the power of Axis, and Freddy's love interest. 10. Ross Butler and Ian Chen as Eugene Choi, Billy's younger foster brother who is an obsessive gamer. Butler portrays Eugene's adult superhero form, while Chen portrays his regular form. 11. DJ Cotrina and Jovan Armand as Pedro Pina, Billy's older foster brother, who is shy, sensitive, and later revealed to be gay. 12. Cotrina portrays Pedro's adult superhero form, while Armand portrays his regular form. 11. Grace Caroline Curry as Mary Bromfield, Billy's mature and academically driven older foster sister. Curry also portrays Mary's adult superhero form, replacing Michelle Borth from the first film. 11-13. Meagan Good and Faith Herman as Darla Dudley, Billy's good-natured younger foster sister. Good portrays Darla's adult superhero form, while Herman portrays her regular form. 7. Djimon Hounsou as Shazam, the last surviving member of the Council of Wizards, who bestowed his powers on Billy Batson, after designating the boy as his champion. 14. Billy's foster family also includes Marta Milans and Cooper Andrews as Rosa and Victor Vasquez, the foster parents of Billy and his siblings. 15-16 reprising their DCEU roles in the film while uncredited, Gal Gadot appears as Diana Prince/Wonder Woman 17 alongside Jennifer Holland as Emilia Harcourt and Steve Agee as John Econ Omos in the mid-credits scene, and Mark Strong as Dr. Thaddeus Sivana and director David F. Sandberg as the voice of Mr. Mind in the post-credits scene. 18. Sandberg also cameos as a civilian who is attacked by one of Calypso's monsters. Rizwan Manji, who portrayed Jamil in the DCEU television series Peacemaker, appears as an unnamed docent. 19 PJ Byrne briefly appears as Dr. Dario Bava, a pediatrician whom Billy confused as a therapist, while Diedrich Bader briefly appears as Mr. Geckel, a school teacher. Sandberg's wife Lotta Liston, who previously portrayed Dr. Lynn Crosby in the first film, cameos as a nurse who is saved by Shazam. 20 Michael Gray, who portrayed Billy Batson in the 1970s television series, makes a brief cameo as a man on the street, calling the transformed Billy Captain Marvel. 21 Natalia Safran, wife of producer Peter Safran, cameos as a driver with kittens. CNN News anchor Wolf Blitzer makes a cameo appearance as himself. Production. Development. Actor Zachary Levi and director David F. Sandberg returned for the Shazam sequel. With the successful opening of Shazam in April 2019, Henry Gayden was revealed to be returning to write the script for a sequel. Director David F. Sandberg and producer Peter Safran were also expected to return. 22 According to Sandberg, the plot point of Fawcett City, Philadelphia being trapped under a dome was inspired by The Simpsons movie, 2007. 23 Later that month, Michelle Borth, who portrayed the adult superhero form of Mary Bromfield in the first film, said she signed a 5-picture deal for the role and was expected to return for at least one sequel. 24 Zachary Levi confirmed in June that he was returning to star as Shazam in the sequel, and revealed that writing had begun ahead of a planned filming start in mid-2020. 25 Sandberg and much of the first film's crew were confirmed to return in December 2019, when New Line Cinema and Warner Bros. Pictures scheduled the sequel for release on April 1, 2022. 6 This was delayed in April 2020 to November 4, 2022. Due to the COVID-19 pandemic. 26 In October 2020, the release date was once again shifted to June 2, 2023. Later release dates were December 16, 2022 and December 21, 2022. In August 2022, the final release date of March 17, 2023 was announced. Pre-production. In June 2020, Marta Milans confirmed that she would reprise her role as foster mother Rosa Vasquez from the first film, and revealed that filming had been delayed by the pandemic. 15 The film's title was revealed to be Shazam! Fury of the Gods during the virtual DC Fandom event in August 2020, with returning cast members confirmed including Asher Angel as teenager Billy Batson and Levi as his adult superhero counterpart, Jack Dylan Grazer as Frederick Freddie Freeman and Adam Brody as his adult counterpart, Faith Herman as Darla Dudley and Meagan Good as her adult counterpart, Grace Fulton as Mary Bromfield, Ian Chen as Eugene Choi and Ross Butler as his adult counterpart, and Jovan Armand as Pedro Pina with DJ Cotrina as his adult counterpart. 7/11 The next month, Levi said filming would begin in early 2021. 11. The film's release was delayed again in October 2020, to June 2, 2023. 27 The following month, Mark Strong said he was waiting to hear if he would be returning as Dr. Thaddeus Sivana in the sequel. 28 In January 2021, Good said filming would begin that May 29 and Rachel Zegler was cast in an undisclosed key role the next month. 30 Following her exhaustive filming schedule for Maria in West Side Story, 2021, Zegler booked a meeting with the DCEU casting director Rich Delia, who was thinking about her for Kara Zor-El/Supergirl in The Flash, 2023. Zegler lost out to Sasha Calle, but Delia told her that he thought that she could audition for Anthea in the Shazam sequel. During the COVID-19 pandemic, Zegler read on for the role through Zoom with Sandberg and Dylan Grazer, doing a chemistry test with the latter, who was instrumental in her casting due to Safran giving him the option to choose, and Dylan Grazer chose Zegler out of admiration for her work in the West Side Story, 1961, remake. 31 Safran was producing the film through his company The Safran Company, while Jeff Johns was also set to produce. 30 Johns was ultimately credited as an executive producer. 32 In March, Helen Mirren was cast as Hespera,